What is going on, traders, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm glad to have you. Now on this channel, I go over key levels and catalysts that I'm focusing on, along with a watch list of stock tickers that I may trade. Now in this video, I'm going to be going over my watch list for the trading week of October 30th, 2023. Let's get to it. Alright, first up the catalyst. Now this week, all eyes will be on the Fed rate decision on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Then right after that, Jerome Powell is scheduled to speak at 2:30. Now I'm going to be cautious this week with all earnings plays prior to this announcement, so I won't be swinging anything going into Wednesday. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at this week's earnings calendar. Alright, so we got a nice full week of companies reporting. Now rather than covering some of the obvious plays like AMD, Apple, SoFi, and Palantir, this week I'll be going over some companies outside of the expected that could end up as some nice money makers. Let's get started with the watch list. Alright, so I normally start off with the S&P 500 ETF, ticker symbol SPY, but I'm going to hold off on that this week until after the Fed rate decision. Go ahead and look at the levels, reassess, and go from there. So this week we're going to start off with First Solar, ticker symbol FSLR, and here I have it pulled up on the weekly time frame. Now the company reports earnings after the market closes on Tuesday, and right now the stock is sitting around $143.25. Now looking at this chart here, you can see this level around $142. Since December of last year, it's held that level 6 times. So in order for me to consider it bullish, it has to hold $142. If it does, in the first level I'm looking for it to test is going to be around 158. All right. Now on the bearish side, if it can't hold 142, then I'm looking for it to drop down to around $121. If it can't hold that, 115. So keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. Up next is Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA, and here I have it zoomed in on the 4-hour time frame. Now last week when we were looking at Tesla, we were watching this highlighted area just in case Tesla decided it wanted to sell off, and we were looking at this support level around 206. Now it did get below 206 and got all the way down to around 202 before running back up and closing around $207.50. Now in order for me to consider Tesla bullish, it has to hold 206. If it does, then the first level I'm looking for it to test is going to be around 220. Now if it gets above 220, then the next level is going to be around 235. Now on the bearish side, if Tesla cannot hold 206, then I'll be surprised if it could hold 200. But if it can't hold 200, then the next level below that is going to be around 187. If it can't hold 187, then the next level down is going to be around 163.50. So keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. Up next is Roku, ticker symbol ROKU, and here I have it pulled up on the 4-hour time frame. Now the company reports earnings after the market closes on Wednesday, and right now the stock is sitting around $56.50. Now looking at this chart here, I wanted to point out to you this area around $53.25. If you look left here, at one point or another, it's either been a strong resistance or a strong support for this stock. Now with Roku sitting around $56.50, in order for me to consider it bullish, it has to stay above $53.25. If it does, then the first level I'm looking for it to test is going to be around $62. If it gets above 62, then I'm looking for it to run up to around $65. Now the bearish side is what I'm most interested in. Now let's go ahead and explain this white line right here. This represents the highest concentration of price action, or where a lot of buyers bought this stock. All right. So anybody who has an average around $65, they're bag holding right now. So if Roku comes out with bad news and they cannot hold $53, these buyers may not try to hold this stock up, neither will these right here. So if Roku cannot hold $53.25, then I'm looking for it to drop all the way down to around $38. So keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. Alright, and the last one we're going to look at today is AirBNB, ticker symbol ABNB, and here I have it pulled up on the 4-hour time frame. Now the company reports earnings after the market closes on Wednesday, and right now the stock is sitting around $114. Now the same white line that we were looking at on Roku, here's the same here. This represents the highest concentration of price action, and that's around $113. So with Airbnb sitting around $114, in order for me to consider it bullish, it has to stay above $113. If it does, then the first level I'm looking for it to test is going to be around $123.25. If it gets above that, all the way up to around $130. Now on the bearish side, if Airbnb cannot hold 113, then I'm looking for it to drop down to around 103.50. If it can't hold that, then down to around $97.50. All right. So keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. And that is the end of the video. If you find value in the videos that I publish, smash that like button and please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, if you're looking to get started with investing, check out the pinned comment in this video for a link to Webull where you can get up to 12 free stocks for signing up and depositing just 1 penny. Now here's wishing you a prosperous week of trading, and until next week, talk to you later.